Hi, in this section we're going to cover the basic operations of the Dane wheelchair mover. First, we're going to take a look from the operator side and go over the different functions and components that you'll be using. As the operator, you start by looking at the very important warning labels and operating labels. Make sure that those are read and understood before anyone is allowed to operate this with patients or passengers. Handlebars are the steering mechanisms, just like bicycle handlebars. You push and turn and steer using those. Here is an emergency stop button. It will hit the person if they're too close and allow the machine to back away from you, the operator. Batteries tells us how much, the battery meter level will tell you how much there is on the battery every time it's charged. On-off switch. Machine is off, machine is on. Here you will see the speed button, which allows a person to turn to the turtle, which sets the limit at a much lower speed and is recommended when bringing up to a wheelchair, hooking on, or transporting passengers near doors or other objects. The rabbit speed, which is best used for open hallways when you want to walk faster. Horn button to warn people that you're in the vicinity if need be. Here on this side, also then, other warning labels that are important to note. This red key is the key that turns off the machine entirely. As an operator, it won't be used every day. It's used for maintenance people or others who want to shut down the machine completely. Reinsert it, turn it, and then the machine can operate again on or off. If it's removed, it won't be able to turn on. And then there's an amp fuse in this section, which allows the machine to stop operating if it's ever overloaded by an electrical charge. This is not needed in everyday use by the operator. This piece is the cord holder, and this is how the unit is recharged every night. By simply plugging into any standard outlet in the wall, it can be left there for overnight, turn off the machine, and it'll be fully recharged for the next day. For storage purposes then, it's replaced here. This is the O2 bottle holder, an option, but almost everyone in a hospital prefers to have it with this. Your O2 bottle holders, which are normally carried on the sides or the backs of the wheelchairs, can be placed here and tightened up with smaller or more room for larger diameter O2 bottles. Swivel caster wheels allow you to walk and turn behind the unit. This is a lever, which I'll show you on the front, but this lever, a step lever, controls the front nose of the machine in case it needs to be turned to the right or moved to the left to fit under the wheelchair or miss a O2 bottle holder. And finally, one of the more important components is the release of the holding mechanism, the hitches, which grasp the wheelchair securely and safely on the front end. By pulling up on this, the wheelchair is removed. When you push down on it, the arms come out and secure the frame, which we'll look at from the front. Finally, the throttle, that which allows you to move it forward or in reverse, backwards. So that is the operator's side view of the machine. Now let's take a look at the wheelchair view of the machine, that part that interacts with the wheelchair. Using reverse, I bring it around so that you can see the front aspect of it. This is the nose, the front end of the wheelchair mover, and this is the part that joins up with the wheelchair in secure fashion. Underneath here is the single drive wheel. Operators need not worry about that or be involved with it, but to know there's a single drive wheel, and that helps with the maneuverability. Within here are the batteries and the other components, electrical. Here is the hitching mechanism. The lever in the back that raises and lowers, those are the arms that come out and grasp the wheelchair frames. Ready to grasp the wheelchair, the frame of it, push down. Ready to release the wheelchair, pull up. These jaws, as we call them, fit within the frames of the wheelchair. All wheelchairs have a vertical frame, and this is what securely grabs that wheelchair into place. Remember to be aware of safety highlights and warning labels to keep fingers out of this pinch area. From the side again, you see the O2 bottle holder. Here is an optional document holder so that caregivers who have charts, clipboards can place them in there while they're driving the unit, either with or without the passengers. Release the unit again, and it's ready to go. Finally then, there is the hookup to the wheelchair mover, which I'll do from the side to give us an example of how we will operate. Assume that it's a wheelchair without a passenger in it. Some people choose to bring it back to the side and then hook it up. Others choose to drive the machine up to the back end and then hook up. I'm switching to the turtle speed, which allows for more control. I bring it into the center point, and the jaws self-guide into those frames and securely lock into place. So the machine holds the wheelchair firmly in place. As you can see, it's ready to move your passenger. When I am ready to release it, you release it, again, using these jaws. That's the basic operations of the machine. Quick and easy, but all people need to learn how to use those components to use it safely. All of these will be demonstrated again in the section on training staff.